I'm on the west side of Chicago, Harrison and Kedzie, 11th District. I'm speaking on the drug problem that's on the west side of Chicago, the drug sales. The common citizen that calls can't get anything done about the drug sales, the loud music. Nothing is being done. And I'm making this video because it has to be put out in the open what's going on. It's a lawless community that we're dealing with right now. There's no law. And the criminals are having their way, and the citizens, the law-abiding citizens, are getting stepped on. And that's why I'm making this video. I don't see the law enforcement improving at all on the west side of Chicago. It looks like the criminals are getting stronger and stronger, and it's just terrible. It's a lawless community. Dial 911 at least 75 times, complaining about the drug dealing, the gang problem, and it seems like it's getting worse and worse. Nothing is happening. It seems like they are so bold that when the officers come, they just stand there as if they've been told that they got the green light, that they can do whatever they choose. It's no fear. You got people riding around with one plate, going down one-way streets. Tickets are not being wrote about the laws that are being broken over here on the west side of Chicago in K-Town. I'm on the west side of Chicago at Michael D. Chandler's office. He's the alderman of the 24th Ward. And what I want to address is the ongoing problem of drug sales in this ward. It's getting worse and worse. Drugs, gangs, it's a lawless ward. And I would like to know if he's even riding around in this ward and seeing what's going on, because nothing's being done. And it's getting worse and worse by the day. When Michael Chandler got back into office, re-elected, all the drug dealers threw big parties, big fancy parties, because they were so happy that he got back in. And I was hoping that when he got in, that he would put pressure on them to not tear the community down. But what has happened is they are tearing the community down, and they are punishing the law-abiding citizens with loud music, violence, everything foul you can think of. They are snorting right in front of the children, smoking dope, dealing drugs. Everything that you want to see, you can see it in this ward. I'm on the west side of Chicago at the 290 East exit ramp. And what I'm getting ready to speak on is how white people come from the western suburbs to buy their drugs in the black community in K-Town. Now is explaining the route that white people use when they come from the western suburbs to buy the drugs in the 24th Ward in K-Town. I'm on the west side of Chicago, 24th Ward, and I'm explaining the route in which white people use when they come from the western suburbs to buy their drugs in the black community. They get off at 290 East Cicero, make a left turn, to Harrison, make a right turn, and they're right in the community. It's like 3 or 4 blocks. And they feel very safe with that route because it only takes a few minutes to get in the community and to get right back on 290 West to go back to the western suburbs, or even yet go downtown if they want to after the purchase of the drugs. This is the route that white people use when they get off 290 East. They turn left onto Cicero, and they come down to Harrison and make a right turn, and this is the right turn that take them into the black community to buy the drugs. This is a major drug route, and I don't know how Michael D. Chandler, the alderman of the 24th Ward, couldn't know about this route, because everybody knows about this route on the west side of Chicago. Now here's the route. This is the route that white people take to come from 290 East Cicero. We're on Harrison now, and we are going into the black community where the drugs are sold.
All the streets off.
You have Kilpatrick, which is not the major street. The major street is Kilbourne. It's the stop sign that we're coming to. That is the street where they make a left turn and they go from anywhere from Kilbourne and Harrison to Jackson, depending on which dealer they want to use, because there's many dealers on that street, to make their purchases. You got it? I've just given you a short synopsis of what's going on in the 24th Ward on the west side of Chicago. I have more video to follow, and you'll actually see the drug sales.